Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Jake, your friendly mutineer and a heck of a Disney podcaster, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, Mickey Mutineers, welcome Swab Scalawags, and sons of bitches, the Wibbly Wobbly.
Just keep going. I don't know.
I got something stuck in my
Good. I'm glad you handled that the worst way possible.
Wildly inaccurate. Get dead nuts on. Ford motherfucking winning.
Can we add audibly offensive?
Audibly offensive. Disney podcast.
God damn it.
We're going for here. But tonight, motherfuckers, your ass in because we have one hell of a slow news week. Main topic. We make our own. What were they thinking? List. After the one we read last week was such a putrid piece of buffalo shit.
Well, you read the notes correctly, but you didn't really give the emphasis that I put on them.
Well, why is it specifically
I gave
shit?
the emphasis that I put on, So I've got Golden Flake, Louisiana hot sauce, chicharrones.
What are those?
Pork rinds. And they're stuck in my throat, and they're burny. And I'm trying to overcome this, and that's why news guy ate like half a bag. He's in the corner vomiting. I feel bad for him, but I don't feel bad for him because he's kind of, my Giuseppe.
I don't even know what to comment. I have like 4 different things I want to say. Jordan, your thoughts on pork rinds?
I would just like to point out that this episode is already a mess.
And it's 90% Josh's fault.
Well, but it's because I choked.
I actually blame
on
the
fucking
pork rinds.
Yeah, I choked on the pork rinds at the beginning. I said that. I literally. Did I say that or did I just do it?
I think you just did it. I think you literally did it.
No, I'm dead now. I'm literally dead. I'm a ghost. I am dry Josh.
Dry Josher.
Yeah.
Live from the grave, it's Mickey Mutineers!
Nothing but the bone.
Wait, what was that?
Dry Bowser's nothing but bones, so dry Josh is nothing but bone.
That's the reference you were going for?
Yeah, were you guys not?
No! No, it was not.
No, I watched so many videos of Universal Japan's Super Mario World. So many videos.
I haven't seen one yet.
I text you the fucking link.
Did you?
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Why not? Jesus fucking Jesus. Such a weird combination.
I've seen that video.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
No, that was.
We need to get something clear. Josh, where are you? Why are you the way you are?
Well,
Where
we're
am
gonna answer
I?
to one
Is
of those
Biloxi, Mississippi.
You.
Why am I the way I am? Because I have a drinking problem.
But why?
I'm okay with it.
Jordan's okay with it because when I'm drinking at home, Jordan actually gets free beers.
Also true. But I'm just saying that your drinking is not a problem for me.
So let me get this straight. Josh has a drinking problem, but Jordan does not have a Josh drinking problem.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Good. We're really breaking ground here on Josh's psychosis.
I mean,
On a very special
sometimes-
episode of the Mickey Mutineers.
Sometimes when Jordan comes over during my drinking problem,
That's called Saturday.
sometimes it's called Friday. I mean, let's be fair.
Look, if we're being fair, sometimes it's called Monday.
Hold on.
No. I'm sorry.
It's called
Fire.
it's called
Fire
Saturday
Day.
because those are the
Fire-
only days I've
Fire-
gone over to Josh's house.
Fire Day. Fire Day. That's the days we light fires in my backyard.
Yeah, aka Saturday.
Huh. Weird.
So, how many drinking problems have you had tonight?
I don't have a problem with it.
So that's at least 3.
Well, I just feel like we need to let the listener and me and Jordan kind of set our expectations at a reasonable level.
Whoa,
Like this.
Whoa. Why do you gotta call him Mean Jordan?
Mean Jordan. Big Mean Jordan.
No, I'm an asshole.
Asshole Jordan.
No, you're kind of nice. I mean, I enjoy your company.
Big asshole Jordan. Wait.
No, that's my weekend name.
Oh,
On Saturdays.
yeah.
Yeah, when I go to see Josh. Whoa, God. It's weird. I usually black out when I go to see Josh too.
Yeah, me too.
It's
I lose at least 2 hours.
It's the chunks of roof that fall in your beer.
What?
Chunks of roofie?
No. We have a roof problem at the
A
house.
roofie problem. Roosify problem.
I don't have a roof. I don't have a roofie problem.
Wait.
Jordan apparently does.
Okay, wait. Before. Josh.
This is horrible. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop. This is horrible.
Now remember, you're using your headphones.
Like I grew a conscious. Conscious.
Oh no!
I grew a conch shell.
Yeah, it sucks to your conch shell.
Well, I'm glad we really lived up to me saying this episode's a mess.
So is Josh. But before we get into Disney,
I'm a hot mess.
just a mess.
It's a mess.
No, I'm kind of.
You're an average looking mess.
You're about a 6.
Fine.
4 without the beard.
Oh.
It's okay for me to say this because we look exactly the same. Wait. Shit. Before we get into some Disney,
If we weren't years apart, we'd be twins.
I hate Mississippi and everything you do in it.
I'm just existing in it.
I hate it.
I said what I said.
I just pooed. I'll be right back.
Speaking of pooed, before we get into some Disney, no, you gotta stop sniffing. You have your microphone on your neck. Don't cover your mouth anymore. Or just... No, that's exactly... Anyway, Jordan,
Yeah,
you had a problem yesterday.
yes, I did.
I want to hear about it.
I had to call a plumber yesterday to fix my water heater. Yesterday morning, I woke up and I was actually going to go hang out with a friend of mine, and I decided, hey, I should probably clean out my car real quick. So I was going to go through the garage. I stepped into the garage. Then I stepped in water.
Oh!
And I'm like, huh?
Water
Why
should
is there
not be
water in
your
my garage? And, well, it had just rained pretty consistently for like the last almost 24 hours. So I thought, oh, maybe some rain just got in my garage. Maybe conditions were perfect and rain just somehow got under my garage door and I've got water in my garage. I turned the light on. No, that was not the case. That was not the case at all. I opened the garage door to get some extra light in there, and it turns out that the pressure tank on my water heater was just like fast dripping water, and it had been doing so for what I can only assume is hours, maybe the better part of a day, and I just didn't know it because the water heater had a pretty heavy stream of water going from the tank, dripping all the way down to the garage floor, and then all the way out of the garage, soaking at least 3 boxes and an old rug in its path. So I had to get somebody on the phone. Like I'm like, oh, I clearly need a plumber. This can't stay the way it is right now. And I called Roto-Rooter because they're the first thing when you Google plumbers near me. They were the first thing that popped up. I never had to call a plumber. Never had to call Roto-Rooter, so I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Like, hey, water heater's got water. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm. So I call Roto-Rooter, and the guy's like, well, do you need someone out there today? I'm like, motherfucker, I just said my water heater's leaking water. Yes, as soon as you can get here. And he said, all right, well, I'll just put it in as an emergency. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Appreciate it. 3 hours goes by. Not one peep from Roto-Rooter. So I call back. And I said, hey, I called about 3 hours ago and I put in an emergency ticket for somebody to come and help, take a look at my water heater. And I've not heard a peep from anyone. And then the person goes, oh, let me check on that. And then I hear like the keyboard typing over the phone.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Yeah. And she goes, oh, well, we don't service Covington until Tuesday and Thursday. And I said, okay, cool. I'm in Canton, Georgia. And she goes, oh, well, let me take a look at that. And then she realizes that whoever keyed in the information keyed in the zip code wrong and put in the zip code to Covington, Georgia, and not Canton, Georgia. And I was like, awesome. Can I get somebody here? She goes, oh, well, my only Canton repairman's on a call in Kennesaw, and I actually just sent him there from Canton. And I was like, okay. I called 3 hours ago. She's like, yeah, I know. He's already on the job. And I was like, listen.
I know, weird. We fucked up, and
right. And she was trying to turn it around on me. And I was like, listen, I understand, like, this was clearly a mistake. I'm not the one that keyed in the information wrong. And she's like, yeah, but they normally read it back to you, and you have to confirm. I'm like, he did not do any of those things. And I took your word for it because you are the person I'm trying to hire to do this job. Right? And I wasn't a dick about it. I was just kind of like, well, listen, what can we do? Like, she's like, well, he can be there as soon as he's done with this job. I'm like, cool, can I get an ETA? And she's like, I can't really tell you that. I'm like, but I've already waited 3 hours because of a fuck up on your end. And then I said, you know what? I'll keep the ticket open for now. if I can get somebody here sooner, the person who gets here first gets the job. And and I basically
So it was a
called,
race at this point?
not really. Like I end up calling somebody I just Googled once again, plumbers near me, and I went to the one like right under Roto-Rooter. And I
Okay.
called the dude and it went to voicemail, but he texted me. He's like, "Oh, I'm on another call. I'll get back with you in a second." Like, okay, cool. He called me back, and I said, "Hey, I have a water heater that I need a new pressure tank. How much will you charge?" He's like, "Send me a picture real quick." So I sent him like that video I sent you guys of just the tank just dripping.
Mm-hmm.
Then a minute, he's like, "I can do it for $230, and I can be there in 15 minutes." First off, $230 was about $600 less than I thought I was going to spend. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Guy was at my house in 15 minutes, and he finished the job in 20.
So what happened to your pressure tank? Do you know? I mean, was it just the valve
I think it's just old.
busted, or?
I think it rusted because the tank itself is 16 years old. I found out.
Whoa.
Oh, goddamn!
Not the tank, the water heater. The water heater is 16 years old. But you replaced the tank. The tank was all like rusted. Like I still have the tank in the garage. I'll send you a picture. But he goes, "Hey, let me show you what the water looked like in that pressure tank." And he turned it like, buddy, it was like sludge. It was gross.
Ew.
So this is only the first part of the story. So as after he finished it, he says, "Well, tell you what. How about we do this? Let's flush out all of the water in the water heater and get all of like the gross water out, and see if it can it can start flowing clear. Because if it starts to flow clear, you'll have better quality water, and it'll increase the longevity of your tank, as if it isn't already 16 years old." And I said, okay, that sounds good. So we took my garden hose, we hooked it up to the tank, and we released the water. And as he did that, he goes, "What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this valve, and I'm going to do the pressure release, or I'm going to do the release for the both sides of the tank." So like there's a pipe that goes from my water tank through the wall that I have in my townhome that joins to my neighbor's.
Mm-hmm.
But the pipe goes out into my backyard. So he lifted that, and then we flushed out the rest of the water. Didn't think anything of it. And I was like, okay, cool. And he explained some stuff to me, and then I got him to give me another quote. Turns out I need to get the pressure release valve replaced as well. And that's going to be another $250, which is still cheaper than I thought it was going to be, so whatever. We wrap everything up. I take all of the soaking wet, dirty towels into the kitchen so I can go to the laundry closet and toss them in the washing machine. As I walk in my kitchen, on the other side of my little bar area, I notice that there's just tons of water in my fucking kitchen. I'm like, where the hell did this shit come from? So I drop the towels, and I run outside, and I get the dude before he pulls off. And I knock on his window, and I was like, come here, come here. He pops out of his van, and I was like, so I just came in, and I found this. And he goes, where did this come from? I'm like, I don't know. It wasn't here 10 minutes or 15, 20 minutes ago, but it's here now. Do you think whatever we did with the water heater might have caused this? And he said, let me find out. So he said, I'm going to go hit the valve release again, because he went out in my backyard and he found the pipe where all the water is supposed to come out when you do the release valve. Mm-hmm. He's like, let me try this. So he lifted it again, and sure as shit, water just shot out from under my wall, like where my wall meets the floor, right at the baseboard. Just water just came just into my fucking kitchen. And I was like, okay. Yep. And he's like, all right, well, it looks like either there's it basically looks like the elbow of the pipe has come detached, and it's not flowing all the way out. So I'm basically going to have to cut into the wall to fix that pipe. So water, if I have to hit the release valve again, water doesn't come into my kitchen.
This is getting expensive.
God damn.
Right, but it's not something that he broke. It was something that apparently was already broken, and we didn't know about it until we knew about it. So I ended up paying for that, and tomorrow I think I'm gonna call him back and schedule him to come fix the pressure release valve, because he said the pressure in the tank is a little high, and it's probably due to the old valve. And then I'm gonna have him cut into the wall and fix the damn whatchamacallit, fix the fucking pipe. And on top of that, he said that he could fix the pipe in my guest bathroom, which is leaking. So I think I'm just gonna have the dude come in and do everything, and just have him send me one bill.
Jesus.
Yeah, like straight up though, when I woke up and I saw that, I'm like, an emergency plumber visit is gonna be $1,000. I'm just banking on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when the dude came out and was like, "Man, $230," I was like, "Okay." So if I can get him to finish everything under a G, I think I'm in the good. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like you come out ahead on that one. But
I no, it's on one hand, I just don't have all that extra money to spend. On the other hand, it's like, these are things that I need to do in order to fix up the house so we can sell it. So
Right.
yeah.
But I thought it was really shitty that I called the Roto-Rooter, the most nationally recognized plumbing service, and they just kind of shit the bed.
The way I want this story to end is after this guy gets everything fixed up that he did yesterday. As he's walking out, I want like you to open the front door to let him out, and Mr. Roto-Rooter is standing there awkwardly with his tools, like, "Hey, I was..."
No. So what ended up happening is the guy called me back, and it turns out he's based like 10 minutes away from me, so he's not very far from where I live. I called Roto-Rooter back, like, whenever he drove up. I was like, "Yeah, can you fix this?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." I'm like, "Cool." So I went in, got on the phone, called Roto-Rooter, and I was like, "I need you to cancel this emergency ticket." And they're like, "Oh, why?" I'm like, "You guys fucked it. You're like, I called you 3 hours ago, and I haven't heard from it." You know, I was like, "You guys kind of shit the bed."
Just be like, "Yeah, I need to cancel this because my house flooded and literally washed away. It's gone. Like,
Ain't here no more."
Hey, Jordan, I want to... Josh cut out. Anyway, I want to tell you that Jillian also had something similar happen to her. She says
yeah?
crappy
What happened with Jillian?
crappy plumbing company across Massachusetts? What's MA? Messed up her bathroom and left. And then a private guy came and fixed it, no problem. So...
No shit.
Wow. My internet just completely freaked out. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I hope you got like the last 2 minutes all in 5 seconds.
Right.
Jillian, I'm from Utah. I'm stupid. Don't judge me on MA. There's a lot of M states. There's M.
I'm in an M state.
Yeah, the M state of denial. Sorry.
Yeah, actually, the M state of the American Nile.
And the M state of...
It's true.
Wait, no, that's the M River of the American Nile.
The M River of the American... I don't have a pen. This is good stuff.
No.
That's the Mississippi.
Yeah, but can you spell it?
Yeah, Mississippi. How fucking hard is it?
She's not that drunk, I guess.
Did you say she?
I said, well, he.
Oh.
Okay, before we get into Disney, because like we said at the top of the show, it is a very slow news week. I have one thing to talk about, but I did this today and I thought about it. This is stupid, but I need to know. This is a national poll. So I went to Arby's and I was going through the drive-thru and I was ordering my food. Okay, you guys with me so far?
Uh-huh.
What'd
you get?
I got the chicken tenders combo.
At Arby's?
Yeah.
Have you had Arby's chicken tenders?
No, I haven't,
Well,
but I feel like
mean-
it's weird that you would go to the roast beef place to get chicken.
Some of the best chicken tenders I've ever had.
Well, I mean, Arby's is a Atlanta company.
Apparently, my first mistake was going to Arby's. No, it wasn't. Maybe, but I love it. I feel like I'm single-handedly keeping Arby's in business. But anyway, it could have been anywhere. It could have been Carl's Jr. or Hardee's or whatever, but it was Arby's. Anyway, so I'm ordering my combo. When you guys order your food, like, do you normally get like the combo meals?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't.
okay, so Jordan, this is mostly for you. Do you say I would like a number 5 combo, and then do you wait for them to say what to drink and what size? Or do you rattle it all off at the top of the order? Like, I want a number 5 combo, medium with a Diet Coke. What's your order MO?
Yeah, I think that the latter is usually my order MO. I usually, like, if I go to, like, for example, if I go to Burger King, I always say number 1 with cheese, no pickles with a Sprite.
Okay. I wasn't really going anywhere with this. I've tried both, and I feel like when I rattle everything off, they have to backtrack on like the last thing. They're like, okay, that was a chicken tenders with a what? And I was like, mellow yellow. And what size? Small. So.
That's just because your Arby's sucks.
But I've tried it other places. This is something like I thought about today. I need to like start keeping track of where and when I either rattle off the whole order or I wait for them to like move the order along. I don't know. This is the scientific process, and I'm curious. It just made me curious. I don't think there's any right or wrong way, but I would like to see what's the right and wrong way. Anyway.
I'm confused.
Well, it'll all make sense. And that's that. There's just a random thought I had and I wanted to get that out. Okay, guys, let's talk some Disney.
Okay.
Did you hear about this? I'm gonna get animated here because I don't know. I have to stall for time. You know what? I feel like our main topic's really good, so let's just get this one news story out of the way. Hey, they're working on the roof still of the Play Pavilion at Epcot, which is good news because that means it hasn't been canceled.
Well, I don't think it was going to be canceled. I feel like at this point, that like, it would probably cost them more to cancel it than to continue on with it.
That's a good point. I never really thought about that. I was thinking more along the lines of like, in our current ecosystem, having a pavilion that consists of a lot of people in there touching things is generally frowned upon.
Yeah, but I also feel that, like, I mean, shit's not going to be open for another year anyway. Hopefully, by this time next year, a large portion of the country will be vaccinated.
Hopefully.
So, I mean, more people vaccinated today than there were yesterday. So
Yeah,
we got that going for us.
and the number of vaccines administered has surpassed the number of active COVID cases, which is
Really? That's
yeah.
good. I
So
like that.
I mean, there's still a shit ton of COVID cases, but
Yeah. Did I tell you guys I tried to schedule a vaccine appointment last week?
no.
Actually, it was on my birthday. I woke up like super fucking early because Publix. There was a note on the Publix website saying that 6 a.m. on February 2nd. That's my birthday for future reference, everybody. That they were going to start taking appointments, and I woke up. My ass woke up at 5:50, and I was not trying to get myself one. I was trying to get my mother one.
What about the rest of you?
No, it was still asleep.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And my ass tried to get my mother a COVID vaccination appointment. And I don't know if
Wow, you've
you've
got a
tried.
nice ass.
Yeah, thank you. I work out.
I try my best. To fucking do not laugh. You know what?
It's just nice to feel complimented. No, like the way Publix does it is when you go to their website, there's a 60-second timer, and it counts down, and then the page refreshes. And if you're next in the virtual queue or the virtual line, it refreshes with instructions on what to do. But every time it refreshes, you see all of the places slowly, all their number of available appointments start to dwindle. And of course, Cherokee County in Georgia was the first one to get booked up, and then Cobb County, and then Gwinnett County, and Fulton County, and then that's when I just gave up. It's like, well, no one's gonna fucking cancel their COVID. But I did find out that if you are a caregiver to somebody who's high risk,
Yes.
so, for example, like I help take care of my mom. I help bring her to the grocery store and et cetera, that any person who is high risk can have up to 2 caregivers get the vaccine with them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I asked them, like, well, on paper, I'm not a caregiver. They're like, no, like, we understand that it's a lot of family taking care of family, so they don't ask for any kind of official documentation. So, but I woke up to try to get my mom an appointment, and it did not happen.
Yeah.
I was kind of bummed.
Well, I mean, I hope sooner than later, though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's the news on the Play Pavilion. Let's move into our main topic, because I'm very excited about this. So last week, we did a Disney clickbait list from some website, I already forgot what one it was, of the top whatever, what were they thinking, things from Disney parks. And afterwards, and this is after we stopped recording, we were like, I bet we could make a better list. And so that's exactly what we're doing. We each came up with 5. Jordan, did you come up with 5?
Yeah, I came up
Josh, you
with
got 5?
One of them might be kind of cheap, but whatever.
I feel like most of mine are cheap.
I came up with
You had 7 days.
a couple. You know what? I couldn't think of a whole lot of what were they thinking aside from what we covered last week.
Oh yeah, all right, that makes me feel good about my list because I didn't cover anything that we covered last week, and I still feel like I have a pretty good list. But in fairness to Jordan, a lot of my list is from Disneyland, in which I will explain things when we get to those.
I have one from Disneyland.
I have a couple from Disneyland. In fact,
New Zealand?
you know what, guys? Speaking of Disneyland,
Your wife is from
today
New Zealand.
is DCA's 20th anniversary.
Today?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Today.
Happy birthday,
Today.
DCA!
Superstar
Fireworks.
Limo opened 20 years ago today.
All right, that's enough out of you.
All right.
Enough out of me or enough out of Drew Carey?
I like to pretend.
Oh, I got another one from my what were they thinking?
Yeah, that was a good one right there. Damn it. So anyway, let's just treat this like a top 4. We'll start with our number 5s and work down to our number 1s, going in order. If we have crossover, keep it quiet until you get to that one, unless you have it on the same number that the person talking has. You'll see. Anyway.
Yeah.
Josh, you're number 5.
Sending Robbie to boot camp because I miss him. No,
What a crap number 5.
That's
Boo!
not a Disney.
Boo!
Seriously though, I'm going with Frozen Ever After.
That almost made my list. That almost made my list.
I think it's not terrible, but it could have been way fucking better.
Hey, look, we got a viewer right now that I know is going to agree with you, and I'm just going to say no. I'm going to be smug and say no.
It could have been better. It could have been better. You know what? I do not feel that it is any better than Maelstrom.
You know what else could have been better? Maelstrom.
In fact, I feel that the Maelstrom was better.
No.
Yeah.
No, Maelstrom was better.
So I agree with Josh. I actually do enjoy Maelstrom more than I like Frozen. I like the Frozen ride a lot, but instead of the Frozen ride, they could have just made a better Maelstrom.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of agree with you guys and say that like they could have made a.
Can you imagine? Instead of like just wiping Maelstrom out and then doing a new Maelstrom where it was just nothing but Norse-based mythology.
That'd be cool.
When it was nothing but trolls and goblins and Odin and Thor, and like if it was all like maybe you took a boat ride across the Bifrost.
But like
to Asgard, right? Like
I mean, it's not like we couldn't have Heimdall sitting at the freaking the waterway right there.
Right.
I want you guys to know that Jillian is agreeing with everything you're saying.
I mean, who would not freaking like to see Heimdall sitting at the freaking at that little pinnacle?
Jillian is a woman of substance, so I am glad that she's agreeing with us, and I knew that she was going to agree with us because I know that she has good taste.
Hey,
So thank you, Jillian.
Can we just have her on next week? Jillian, you want to come on the show next week? Like, you're always here anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, you guys cool with that? Jillian, you're coming on the show. You don't get a choice. 9 o'clock next Monday. I'll call you. Anyway.
What are you going to call her?
I'm going to call her Jillian.
Okay.
And she's in. She said, sure, why the hell not? Good. Cool. Josh, no drinking next week. Because last time Jillian was on, you were hammered and you don't remember. It was embarrassing.
Who?
Exactly.
So I'm cutting you off right now. I'm cutting you off. You got a week to cleanse. All right, Jordan, you're number 5.
I can't remember if we talked about this one or not, or maybe we mentioned it. But the Tiki Terrace under new management.
Ooh, good one. I didn't think about that one.
That one.
The what now?
It's whenever they put Iago and the other character. I can't remember. Like in the Zazu, they put Iago and Zazu in the Enchanted Tiki Forest, and like.
Enchanted Tiki Room?
Enchanted Tiki Room. That's why. Why did I say forest?
Okay, that's where the confusion was.
No, because it has a different name in Disney World. It's Tropical Serenade.
I know we're supposed to keep quiet with our things, but I don't think this made Jake's list. But
well,
that was my next one.
Okay. Wait, the one that I said?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. So, the yeah, like how are you gonna take 2 non-Polynesian birds and put them in a Polynesian-themed attraction, and then make it about the characters and not the attraction?
Well, not very well, for one.
Clearly.
But I feel like this is a solid case of it'll work itself out naturally.
Yeah, well, it did because of a fire.
It burned down.
The attraction itself said, you know what? This is so awful, I'm going to sacrifice myself.
Like the air conditioner from Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah.
You just wet nuts and...
So, yeah, like that, I mean, wasn't great. And my buddies over at the 2038, or 3028? 3028. 3028, that's the one. I always juxtapose their numbers. 3028 just did an entire episode on this subject, and Whoo boy, was it
Did
awful.
you ever see it?
No.
I did. It was awful.
It sounds awful. On paper, it just does not sound like a good idea, which makes me wonder how it got greenlit multiple times. Like somebody thought of it, and then somebody had to sign off on it, and then somebody else had to sign off on that, and then somebody had to sign off on that to put all of the new things in there.
Yeah, someone was sitting there going, you know what would make an awesome attraction that people would want to sit through? Mr. Bean and Gilbert Gottfried arguing for 25 minutes.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no.
No.
So, anyway, good call on that one, Jordan. All right, my number 5 doesn't exist and kind of never did, but almost did. The Pop Century Classic years.
Wouldn't that have been the 20s through the 40s?
Well, 1900 through the 40s.
1900 through the 40s, okay.
But here's the thing. Like, 2 of those decades were terrible.
Well,
maybe 3. Maybe
Yeah, I do a 3-ish.
What was going to be the theme of these? Like, all right, we got World War One, World War II, the Depression, Prohibition.
I'm pretty sure that polio would have been the 1900s.
Right?
We have what is it, Mesomix? That's the thing that happened at that time.
Is it?
Yeah, the 19 teens would have been World War One and the Spanish
Fanta.
flu.
Oh, yeah.
Fanta. We have Fanta.
Like, the only one that would have been kind of cool would be the Roaring Twenties.
Mm.
I said kinda.
That decade gets depressing towards the end.
Yeah, but at least you could pick and choose from it. I have no idea what their plans were with this, and...
Jesus Christ, did you not get my joke?
No, what was it?
That decade gets depressing towards the end?
Oh, damn it.
I got it.
Thanks, Josh.
That one,
I was waiting for Jake to get it
I heard you say it.
because
It didn't click.
I don't want to be an asshole.
Go ahead.
No, that's right. I want to be an asshole. Jake, you didn't fucking get it.
For some reason, in my mind, the Depression was in the 30s.
It was a depression joke.
I know.
Like our text messages between each other are literally nothing other than different.
Yeah, those are different Depression jokes, Josh. Had nothing to do with the decade.
Well, I mean decades of depression.
Yeah, ever since 1975.
Just
Or wait, what year were you born?
8. Fuck you, Jake.
That's fair. All right, Josh, back to you. You're number 4.
What was my last one?
I don't know.
Frozen Ever After.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck. I had a good one.
I wrote mine down.
The House of Almost Tomorrow?
Wait, what was wrong with that? Wait, where? Which one? The Epcot one or the Disneyland one?
The Epcot one, the most recent Epcot one.
Oh, okay.
Because it was literally the house of fucking last
It
week.
really was.
Wait, was that the house that was in Innoventions?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was going to look into that a little bit more because I can't remember the last time I stepped into Innoventions. Well, I mean, it had to have been within the last decade because I walked in and I went, what the fuck is this?
I mean, within the last decade, it disappeared.
So,
I think I went through that with Josh. We were just like walking through it like, we have this.
yeah, it's like this is so cool, but I saw that Lowe's last week.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. It was just like, it was a Lowe's display. It's probably...
Yeah, it was like awesome, but kind of depressing.
Yeah, no, it was...
Jesus, no, Jake, you were That was you were in high school still when we went through that last, and that was the last time I went through it.
Probably the last time I went to Disney World with you.
Oh, we need to change that.
Right? I know it.
That's been like a decade ago.
I know a travel agent. It's not me.
Really? Oh, it's kind of weird because you're my travel agent.
No, I've given up on that. I got a new one. It's Jillian.
Oh. Oh, Jillian, I need to talk to you about going to Paris.
Paris?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in France.
Oh,
Not Paris, Texas. Not Paris, Idaho either.
About
I've been to Paris, Idaho, and there is no Eiffel Tower there. I was lied to.
There's a Paris in Las Vegas.
There is an Eiffel Tower there.
Yeah, it's the second biggest one.
Pretty sure
I've
there's
been,
a
I've been
Paris
to the
in
top
Texas.
of that Eiffel. I've been to the top level that you can go to in that Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we call it the top. It goes all the way up.
Oh, but it doesn't go all the way up. It goes all the way to as far as you can go.
Yeah, that's all the way up. I mean, any farther, you'd run out of tower. It goes to the top of where, like, the normal...
You say tomato, I say fuck.
Okay, well, Jordan, you're number 4.
My number 4. Hold on, where'd my list go? The new Soren video.
What?
I said it.
This is a perfect segue to what me and Josh were just arguing about.
You know what? I want to hear your argument.
Well, one, they didn't take into the account of the curvature of the screen, so everything's distorted.
Yep.
No.
And
Okay.
I don't like the new piped in sense. Like I miss the orange groves, and I miss other things.
Dirt smells surprisingly like dirt.
I actually really, that's my favorite scent in the new one.
Me too.
It's just like the dirt from the African safari.
Yeah, because the elephant throws it up in your face.
Mm-hmm. And I also hate that everything on that is
like
CG.
that.
There's no real animals in
Yeah. But I feel like if I didn't know that fact, I would have thought they were real animals, but these were all just really lucky shots or something.
So
But I don't like
I miss the old one.
the transitions are very forced. Very forced.
Yes.
Like, I like Soaring Over California where it's just like scene changes.
So Vanessa's big complaint is the Polynesian island.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Every single person in the canoe is CGI, and it's obvious CGI.
Is it?
Well, we just said everything was CGI.
Yeah, it just kind of fucking sucks.
You know what blows my mind about the CGI, though? Oh, wait. So this is for the Disneyland version.
What?
The one thing I do like is how they each end where they are. So the Disneyland version flies over Disneyland, but it was a new shot of flying over Disneyland, not the same one from Soaring Over California. But it's a nighttime shot. But I remember when they filmed that, because it was a big deal on the internet, it was during the day. So even the nighttime is CGI. Blows my mind. Like, why didn't you just film it at night? You could have saved a lot of money. I bet, like, what was CGI in Soaring Over California? Just the hang glider? That was it, wasn't it? And the golf ball. So, 2 things.
Maybe.
Anyway, my number 4 takes a dark turn in the Disney history book.
Oh shit! This might be the one that I have.
Is it in Disneyland?
Yeah.
Is it where Splash Mountain used to be? I mean, did Splash Mountain replace it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it's the Indian Village.
Okay, no, that wasn't mine.
Oh, the Indian Village mixed with the burning cabin on the back of Tom Sawyer Island, with the settler hunched over a log dead with arrows in his back.
Oh,
Jesus, I forgot about that.
Right? Like, what the hell were they thinking? This easily could have been my number one. I just don't know much about it because I've opted not to learn much about it because it was a terrible idea from the beginning.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean, the cabin's still there, I think. No, wait, but like it.
No, none of it is. They took it all out.
But yeah, they had a dead settler with arrows in his back. And, like, yeah.
he was probably fine.
He was just sleeping.
Yeah,
His cabin was on fire.
yeah. One of those arrows hit his sleeping bone.
Anyway, I can't dive much into it because I don't know much about it. I just know it existed and it was a terrible idea.
Right. It seems like making a theme park for children, and having a very I don't know, inaccurate portrayal of Native Americans.
Right, and this is the same company that wanted to make a Disney's America theme park.
Exactly. Man, let me tell you, historians had a field day whenever they found out about the plans for Disney's America.
Can we do an episode on that sometime? Like dive deep into it?
I think we should.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we should.
I like this. I'm gonna write this down. Disney's America episode in the future. Like, guys, this might be a turning point for the Mickey Mutineers. We might actually do some research.
You guys not done that before?
Briefly. I mean, today's episode is off the top of my head. Josh, you're number 3.
Jesus. It's kind of tough because we hit some of the shit last week.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can always pass if you don't have one.
Well, I mean, I have some shit that. I mean,
say it.
There's the rocket rods. There was.
Okay, let's talk about the rocket rods. They're good number 3.
Okay, let's talk about the rocket rods. We talked about it last week, so that's why I kind of was like.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was last week. I don't know. Rocket rods were terrible.
I don't know.
Terrible idea.
Anyways, like, okay, let's talk about the rocket rods. It was total what the fuck.
Yeah. Like,
It was like, let's make Test Track in Tomorrowland, and let's not make the corners, let's not reinforce the track for the fucking increased torque and speed. I mean,
wait.
So, okay, that too, but torque is constant force, right?
Yeah, and these were electric vehicles.
I mean, yeah, it's the axle pushing down constantly.
And on an electric vehicle,
That's torque.
the axle is hooked right into the electric motor. There's no loss.
I mean, torque is when you wake up in the morning.
And you step outside and you take a deep breath and you get real high and you say,
Screaming at the top of my lungs, what's going on?
You guys know she's like a longtime friend of Pink and
Yeah.
a longtime songwriter of Pink.
You know what I say?
yeah.
I say, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I gotta say I love Linda Perry. She's fucking awesome, but rock rods.
Good. All right, Jordan, you're number 3.
All right. I feel like I mentioned this a couple of episodes ago, and that's the Pixarification of Tomorrowland in Walt Disney World.
Okay, I remember you talking about this. I don't think it was on our show, but it might have been.
I can't remember if it was on the show or not, but like the whole point of Tomorrowland was like the mid-century idea in view of the future. Like that was the original aesthetic, and then just slowly over time, as Disney acquired Pixar and Pixar became more and more popular, you have to put them in the park somewhere. Where are you going to put a Space Ranger? Oh, you're going to put a Space Ranger in Tomorrowland. So you put the Buzz Lightyear ride, which I love the Buzz Lightyear ride. And that's actually one of Chelsea's favorite rides. So I'm not angry that the ride exists, but I hate how outside, like in the midst or in the middle of Tomorrowland, it just looks like everything was Pixarified.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just walking in, you have Buzz Lightyear on your left and Monsters Inc. on your right.
Yeah. Yes. And then you have those really weird metal palm trees by the launching pad. And you have all the carts that are selling all of the alien merchandise from Toy Story, and then the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger stuff, and even the stage show out there is all Pixar. Like The Incredibles are out there, and Sully and Mike from Monsters Inc. are out there, and that's also where the meet and greet for Buzz Lightyear. Like I understand that they have to put them somewhere, right? But because of all of this Pixar stuff, it is slowly taking this aesthetic of a Pixar spaceport and not what the mid-century view of the future was, which was the original idea for Tomorrowland, which going back and re-listening to my first or second Mickey Mutineers episode, we did a re-theme episode. Ooh. And my idea was to retheme Tomorrowland to the movie Tomorrowland.
I kind of think that's what they were hoping when they made that movie, but then the movie bombed.
Right. Well, and just like in the middle of, was it 2019? They replaced the front sign.
Yeah.
They very quietly just put up a new Tomorrowland sign, which looks really awesome.
I love the new sign.
And I'm hoping that with the addition of the new sign, and I'm hoping that with the addition of Tron, that the rest of Tomorrowland kind of gets a little bit of a facelift. Like, it gets a little bit of a, not necessarily a refurbish, but like a refreshment. Like, take those dumb palm trees out, make everything look nice and sleek. It doesn't even have to be a 1950s view of the future. It can be a 2021 look of the future. Like make it look more Tron-y, make it look more technology based. Like, just make it look like it's supposed to, I don't know, just it wasn't made for a CGI cartoon.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with all of that. And I forgot that they had Stitch, the Stitch stupid thing was there too. Which, not Pixar, but still, it didn't help.
Yeah.
So now that we just have an empty room, so they could put something in there that's more modern, the way you're saying.
That's usually one of the trick-or-treat spots for the not-so-scary Halloween party.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whenever the last time we were there, we walked through that for trick-or-treating. Or the last time we were at the party, we walked through there for trick-or-treating. And Tiki Terrace was open. The Tiki Room. And what else was open? So somewhere else that we had to walk in to get candy. I think it might have been somewhere in Liberty Square. But anyway, yeah, they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, no, it's just sitting there, which is an improvement to what was there. My number 3, just the entirety of the Disney Studios Paris park, just the whole thing. Just
okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's the worst Disney park, hands down, ever. It's themed to the Disney Studios backlot. It's just big buildings, big. Wait.
Is this so? This is the second gate at Disneyland Paris, correct?
Yeah.
So this is like it was supposed to be their version of Hollywood Studios, but it's just Disney Studios.
Yeah.
Right.
With a fraction of the budget, clearly. Like, their big rides, when it opened, was, I can't remember if this is when it opened, but shortly thereafter, they got their version of Rock and Roller Coaster, and an Armageddon stunt show.
Ooh.
And not much else.
Ooh. I mean, they had the original Lights, Motors, Action.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. We did inherit that from them.
Which closed finally this year due to COVID, which, you know, I mean...
But, like, just everyone listening, just Google a picture of Disney Studios Paris, just an overview, and you're gonna like, this just looks like a film studio backlot with no theming.
Does it not have a Tower of Terror?
It does now, but it got, like, the California Adventure version, which was already the cheap version.
Okay.
So.
And they're also supposed to be getting some Marvel stuff.
Yeah, now like they're finally putting love into the park because I think they saw what how well the California Adventure transformation has been taking place over the past decade. And it was like, hey, if you spend money, people will actually enjoy it. Who knew?
Meh.
So but when that park opened, it was a mess. And this is after like Disneyland Paris next door was already a mess, which I'm not entirely sure why. That park looks neat. But, yeah, there we are. Josh, you're number 2.
Hold on. I read something, or no, I watched something recently that talked about Disneyland. It might have been one of the episodes of that Imagineering show.
They did focus on that.
Yeah, and they didn't take into account the French European culture whenever they bought it or built it.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Or as Eddie Izzard would say, you gotta make that castle a bit bigger. They've actually got them here.
They're not made out of cardboard either.
Yeah, and he's pretty much absolutely right. Josh, you're number 2.
Oh, fuck, what was my last one?
The rocket rods. I remember this time.
Then we also hit on Stitch.
Yeah, well, we touched him.
You can talk about it if you want.
I mean, like replacing Alien Encounter with Stitch, and also along that same line. Wait, no, I'll skip that one. Replacing Alien Encounter with Stitch was just like, what the hell?
Replacing Alien Encounter it was perfect. It was the perfect experience.
I actually never got to go on Alien Encounter because by the time I started going to Disney, it was Stitch.
Oh.
It was fucking scary.
It was terrifying. It was the scariest thing I've ever been on.
It was, but it was okay. It did not. You know, I can't say it didn't fit the Disney idiom.
I mean, not so much Magic Kingdom.
Wait, what'd you call me?
Nice ass.
Oh.
Whoa. Wait, that was me earlier.
Yeah, your words, not mine, man. No, like, I can get on board with Alien Encounter not fitting in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom, but it was so good. Like okay, so the whole point of Alien Encounter was this future technology of teleportation and stuff. So it like fit exactly what Jordan wants in Tomorrowland, except for things went wrong and an alien shows up and eats the audience. But besides that part, it perfectly fit, and it was amazing. Like it was just all the sensory and terrifyingness and scary. I don't know. If you haven't been on it, it's really hard to explain, but I will say that we were lucky enough to go on it. And Jordan, I'm sorry that your first experience with that technology was the stupid Stitch replacement.
I didn't hate Stitch when I went on it. Like, it's not something that I absolutely loved and wanted to do again, but whenever I was experiencing it, I was like, this is fine.
But how good was that Stitch animatronic? Like, I'm doing a compliment sandwich now, but it was one of the best. Anyway, Jordan, you're number 2.
My number 2 is why didn't they just give Star Wars its own park? Like, listen, I love Galaxy's Edge, and I love that it has given Hollywood Studios a facelift that it has absolutely needed for quite a while.
Uh-huh.
But let's be honest, man. Think about an entire Star Wars gate where you could have Batuu, you could have Tatooine, you could have Hoth, you could have Endor, you can have I don't know Coruscant, you can have Kashyyyk, you could have like tons of places. You were talking about an entire universe
Uh-huh.
that is a galaxy.
There's a
Galaxies,
lot of places in
right?
them, in galaxies.
So I love the fact that they went with an original concept for Batu. They created something to fit in the Star Wars canon for it. I know that a lot of people don't like that. I'm not one of those people. I actually quite enjoy it. I think it's very Star Warsy. But I also think that you could have easily done an entire gate and fit that in as one component of a potential park.
Yeah.
I mean, how fun do you think it would be to have an in like all the parks used to have? I think some of them still do. Used to have that little just like playground area, right? So they have the dino like the area in Dino Land. They
The
have
boneyard.
uh, they have the boneyard. They have the one in Magic Kingdom, the Swiss Family. It's more of like a walkthrough attraction, not necessarily a playground, but they also used to have the Honey I Shrunk the Kids playground.
I love that one.
But how
I
how
liked
awesome
that
do you
because I
think?
used to pretend that Jake was getting eaten by ants.
How fun would it be to have an Ewok playground, like an indoor playground where you're up on the treehouse?
Yes.
Fucking fun.
Sounds annoying.
What?
You say something.
Wait, hold on. No. There's nothing I can say that tops that. No.
This is fucking hilarious.
Put Josh right in his place. No, I agree with all that.
What's that?
The problem is
I
it didn't happen.
You better it better. Well, that is the problem. I mean, it's not necessarily it's a problem because we could have had so much more, right? Think of all the attractions we could have had. We could have had Rise of the Resistance, Smuggler's Run, and more.
Yeah.
Right? We could have had
I want to ride Smuggler's Run and more now.
Smuggler. Yeah, I want to go back on Smuggler's Run. But we could have a speeder bike ride. We could have the actual cantina from Tatooine, right?
Yeah.
We could have a dark boat ride through Dagobah.
That would be awesome.
And just think about it, like you're on a boat in Dagobah, and an animatronic arm from a Dianoga comes up from the water to come and get you. Like we could have had so much more. But then with all that said,
animatronic arm from a what?
a Dianoga?
The fuck is that?
Oh,
Look it up.
sir. I'm disappointed.
Jake doesn't even know
It
what
was
it
the
is.
monster in the trash compactor, Josh.
It's exactly what it was.
There was a bunch of them on Shadows of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
They're hard to kill.
I've not seen
Yeah,
that.
they were.
There's a baby one in Galaxy's Edge.
It's a Nintendo 64 game. There is it. It should be on my vlog.
Apparently, there was supposed to be a people mover type ride on a bantha.
Oh, that would
That would have
been
been
fun.
so fun. Which, now we've been.
Yeah, because they have to travel in single file. That would have been one
It would have
track.
been
That would have
perfect.
been amazing.
Oh, I didn't even know about this. Now I want it. Oh. Can they just put banthas on Batu? I don't see anything wrong with that. I want that ride now.
I don't know what if banthas have to survive in a dry desert ecosystem. I don't know.
They should have like some sort of zoo exhibit where you can ride a bantha on Batu in a climate-controlled environment. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, no, that's a good one. I would have loved a full Star Wars park. I'm happy with what we got, but
Right. With a franchise as lush as Star Wars.
and the way the franchise continues to expand.
Hmm.
Like it, yeah. We could have had so much more.
You could have ridden an X-wing through the Death Star trench.
We did that once. That we did have that ride. Oh, you never rode the original Star Tours.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jordan.
All
It
right.
was pretty good. The new one's better, but the Death Star trench one was amazing. So, all right, my number two. Let's just breeze through this. We all know my feelings on this. It's the stupid Tomorrowland Speedway at Magic Kingdom. What? Why? What vision of the future has gas-powered go-karts in an unthemed concrete track? What the hell? Is anyone going to defend it? Good.
No, absolutely not. The only reason I tolerate it
Mm,
is because I really like Autopia.
right, but Autopia, it is
And
not.
it is not. It is not Autopia.
No, and the...
Like,
Go ahead.
but that goes into my number two. Autopia needs to go.
Wait, but you already said your number two.
Okay, am I number one?
Let's go into your number one.
Okay, Autopia needs to go.
Autopia? At Disneyland.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't. That's not. I don't think that's a what the fuck they were thinking. Were they thinking? I think that's a what the fuck do I want to do at this park?
Jillian just said that cars are the cars of the future.
Like the band, the Cars.
Ooh, yeah, the band?
Rick Ocasek's dead.
Oh, well, I guess that future's gone. Way to go, Jillian.
Who?
They wrote that song about cars. Or, no, it was in cars.
Get out of my dreams?
And into my car, yes.
I saw Billy Ocean at Epcot. He sang that song.
I want the...
Well, I saw War at Epcot, and they sang "Spilled the Wine," which is about literally coming on a chick.
Okay. Josh, I need a real number one from you, though.
No, I don't like Autopia.
That's not what the hell were they thinking. I know exactly what they were thinking with Autopia. It came out in 1955, and freeways were the thing of the future. That's exactly what they were thinking.
Oh, well, okay, come back around. I'll think of another one.
Okay, Jordan, what's your number one?
All right, this is my Disneyland one.
Oh boy.
The Aunt Jemima Pancake House and walk around character of Aunt Jemima at Disneyland. What the fuck were they thinking?
Was that a thing?
That was a thing.
What the hell were they thinking?
There was a walk around Aunt Jemima character, which is based off of the stereotypical mammy character of African American women from the late 1800s. That's where Aunt Jemima got their fucking mascot.
I knew that.
And made money off of. But there was a walk around character in Disneyland.
I feel dirty. Like, no. I should have had you go last. This is extreme.
There really was.
Yeah.
Okay. So that goes. Okay. This is my
Number one? I'd love it if it was your number
that
one.
kind of leads me to my what were they thinking?
Okay.
Why would they name an attraction after a movie about a mermaid and then completely based on a racist tale of the old South?
That's a good one. I will give you Splash Mountain. Because it was named after the movie Splash. Because Michael Eisner was an idiot. There, I said it. I stand by it.
But I don't get that. Okay, so this is twofold for me. I don't get why they would name it after the movie Splash when it has nothing to do with it. But at the same time, why would they base an attraction after
A movie they refused to release?
this?
Well, yeah. All right, well, I mean, that's fair.
What's the answer? What's the fucking answer? I mean, I'm glad they were finally retheming it. It should not have been themed in the first fucking place.
This is all very true. And you know what? This fits right in line with what the hell were they thinking.
Yeah, and this is probably, to me, this is the biggest one.
Man, I should have put my Indian Village as number one, just to fit the theme, because now I feel like my number one is stupid. But
They didn't go to India at all.
and I'm only saying Indian Village because that's what it was called. Just want to be clear on that, in case I ever run for office.
Yeah, I know what it meant.
So my number one, which is far inferior to everyone else's number one.
Wait. Hold on. I wanted to read more about this Aunt Jemima's Kitchen.
Oh no.
All right. Aunt Jemima's Pancake House was a restaurant that began at Disneyland in Anaheim, California in 1955. It was located on New Orleans Street in Frontierland and featured an indoor-outdoor patio seating. The restaurant served mainly breakfast food until '62, when it was renamed Aunt Jemima's Kitchen with an expanded menu. The Disneyland restaurant featured an actress, Aylin Lewis, who dressed up as the fictional Aunt Jemima, wearing a red and white plaid dress, yellow tie, and apron, and yellow and red kerchief on her head. She served tables, sang, and routinely took pictures with patrons. Visitors to Disneyland found a fine southern... Oh, this is just problematic all around. This is problematic all around. The fact that Disneyland hired an African-American woman to portray a stereotypical idea of an African-American woman from 60 years prior is just absolutely abysmal.
And how long did it stick around?
It stuck around until 70. I don't know how long the walk-around character stuck around, but the restaurant was open until 70.
Holy shit.
That's insane.
That is insane.
What the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah, no, Jordan wins. Jordan wins this one. I had no idea. I learned something here today. So, anyway,
I learned nothing.
my number one, it was Holiday Land at Disneyland. You guys familiar with Holiday Land?
This temporary park that became
Yeah.
Matterhorn Mountain?
No. It was where Pirates of the Caribbean sits. So Holiday Land was the first new land in Disneyland, and it was, I'm not even going to say glorified, it was a picnic ground. It had a baseball diamond, a very unthemed playground, and a really cheesy circus called the Mickey Mouse Club Circus. And it basically represented everything, like, it was the antithesis of Disneyland, basically. It was like everything Walt hated, and then Walt built it. Like, what the hell? Why? Never really want to know why. It was terrible. It was just not. It was a park. It was a stupid park with bleachers, and this. Anyway, yeah, Hollyland sucked. That's my number one. I don't like it, and I won't stand for it. It was the anti-Disneyland, sitting in Disneyland. Thank goodness Pirates of the Caribbean replaced it. Such an upgrade. Anyway, I feel like I'm just like scarred from the Aunt Jemima character. That is wild, and I don't like it. And so we're gonna end the show on that note. I hope you're happy, Jordan.
Yeah. You know what? If I reach one person, it was worth it.
You did. You reached me.
Well, that was worth
good.
it.
All right. Hey, you've been listening to the Mickey Mutineers. Tune in next week when Jillian joins us. Why are you laughing?
Whether she likes it or not.
Yeah, whether she likes it or not. We need to think of something to do for that episode. So tune in. And yeah, anyway, I'm Jake, that's Josh, that's Jordan. As always.
It's good. It's good. It's a good episode.
Would you... Big asshole Jordan. Wait.
No, that's my weekend name.